So there was this church that caught on fire today, St. Paul, Minnesota. Um, there's not too much details about what happened at the church, but there's something going on, a rumor going on that said that there was struck by lightning, right? So, and there's been a few cases of that being done in within 2024. A few churches got caught on fire by lightning exactly again. But let me just play this clip on what had happened and how it's looking. Check it out.
There I go. The damn church tower got struck by lightning. This shit's blazing up, yo. Crazy. Damn. Over here in St. Paul.
I know that's crazy, man, but I tried to research what this church is about because there's circulation that this church had different things going on in their congregation. So, and we know that that's not a coincidence for a church to be cast down, lightning to be cast down on that church for it to be lit on fire. You know what I'm saying? It's not like someone directly lit it on fire. You know what I'm saying? It was literally divine lightning that struck this place down, man. And I just wanted to show you this picture of this lady right here. You know, nothing wrong with this lady, but this next to this lady, there's this note, and it's saying this. Check this out. So basically, yeah, it's saying a few random things right here, but bisexual is the one that caught my attention. And a lot of people don't know, but certain things that go on in congregations that people that are only inside going and attending this will understand and see that. But from someone looking out, you wouldn't be knowing. You would think that church is doing all right. You think that church is of God. You think that God is in that church and that church is not dead. But we see now that they were either compromising. I'm not saying I know the whole story. I couldn't even find anything on this church, like besides the review right here. I'm gonna put this review right here. Look at this review. It's kind of interesting. As you can see, this lady is saying this right here, but it's really devastating, obviously, what happened to this church. But it seems like from a standpoint of outside looking in, that something was going on in this church that God did not approve of, because God's not going to strike congregations down unless there's some compromising going on, meaning they are allowing LGBTQ preachers to be preaching and on the pulpit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that that's what happened, but what's interesting is this place doesn't even have a website. Now, I didn't search it up. I try to research it all I can about this place and what they stand for, because when you go to a church online, their website should tell you what they're about. And this doesn't have a website at all. So the research I had to do was obviously on the reviews, obviously on photos, obviously what took place, which was lightning striking this church down. And now obviously we pray for the people that go to this church, the people that are in the pulpits preaching to these people that are joining this congregation, that are in this establishment. We don't know the full details about what's going on, but there's been a lot of churches in the past, 2024 to be exact, not sure a lot of other places, but I just think that something else was going on in this church to be able to tell you guys that something else was going on, because churches aren't just struck down for no reason. If God is in that church, God's not going to strike it down. But I just want you guys to see what's been going on, man. This church got struck down in St. Paul, Minnesota. And stuff like this doesn't usually go down unless there's someone compromising in that church, aka the preacher, whoever it was. The whole mojo got caught down. I'm not sure what happened. That's all we know for the details, man. But you guys let me know in the comments what you think about this church. What's your view on this? You know, I know you guys been seeing stories about in the past of churches literally being struck down by lightning, not people going over there and set it on fire with matches and lighters, not that type of stuff. This is divine. So you guys let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. Shalom.